Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes,
Okay,
we're back.
yeah, we're back. I'm loving these noon appointments. So, you guys, let us know you're out there because we have some really fun content to share, and I'm really excited about it. How about you, Beck?
Yes, I'm loving this too. So let us know you're here. Let us know
Right.
you're here. And we would love to know, does this noontime work for you? Is this a good time to be holding these quick little training sessions?
Yeah, that feedback would be good. Or do you guys prefer that we were doing them in the evening, like at 8 o'clock? What do you think? Any feedback you can give us would be great.
That's fantastic. So we've got people popping on. That's awesome. You must have been sitting, waiting with bated breath for
Yeah,
us
right.
today.
You're waiting all morning for us.
That's awesome. I forgot to double check that we were actually in the group, but we're obviously somewhere because people have shown up.
Hey, we're somewhere. That's good.
We showed up somewhere. And so let us know you're here. What are we doing today, Tracy?
So today, somewhere.
Oops. Sorry, my phone.
Okay. So today we are going to talk about just some simple contour and highlight techniques. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Kardashians, but they're the people who really started putting contour and highlight on the map, and they take it to the nth degree. Like they're extreme contour highlight girls. I don't want to be that way. I don't think most people want to be that way, but they would like some fun techniques that are easy to implement and can just fix a few little minor imperfections. And that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. So what are the things, why do people want to highlight and contour?
Because bringing light to your face is a youthful thing. As we get older, we start getting darker. We start getting like, I get dark right in here. In fact, if you move my light, look at that. It makes a big difference, right? Adding light makes you look more youthful. So, but there are some things where when you add light, like if I put light on both sides of my nose, it would make my nose look wider, right? Most people don't want that. Maybe a few do. So there's some fun things you can do to like slim your nose, give you more of a cheekbone, take care of a little bit of a double chin. And it's all smoke and mirrors, but it's highly effective. And celebrities have been doing this literally for decades.
I agree. That's why we wear black clothes, right? Because we want to look thinner.
Exactly.
Or we wear brighter clothes because I don't know why anybody would want to wear you don't want to look fatter, that's for sure.
The thing is, I pulled my stack of white jeans out just the other day and I tried them all on and I'm like, whoa, this looks a lot different than a pair of dark blue or black jeans. So it does make a difference.
It does. Hey, Sue is on and Ramona's on.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, glad to have you guys here. So what are we going to start with first?
So what we're going to start with first, couple things. I have on CC cream. I am going to be putting on a little bit of foundation. Beck's got foundation on. Becky, so there's two ways you can contour. Actually, three ways. Three ways you can contour as far as products to use. Number one, you could just use a couple shades lighter and a couple shades darker of your foundation. Okay. You're not going to get as good a coverage that way, but you could do it that way. The next thing you could do is what Becky's going to do. She's going to use contour and highlight powder by Mary Kay. So that's latte on the left. And is it glazed on the right, Becky?
Yep.
And then I am going to be using concealer. Okay. And I'm going to be using, for my skin type, or not skin type, skin tone, I'm going to be using deep ivory as my highlight and light bronze as my contour. Just a quick side note so that you guys know, if you wanted to highlight with concealers, if you have ivory skin, you would use, okay, what the heck did I write? Light ivory, and deep beige. So light ivory highlight, deep beige contour. If you have ivory skin, I have more beige skin. And then if you have bronze skin, you're going to use deep beige as your highlight as far as concealer. And you're going to need to go to a foundation the darkest foundation probably, and that's Bronze C 170. Okay. So you'd need to, because we don't have a dark enough concealer for that. So we're going to just jump right into it.
Let me just mention really quick, if you are darker toned, you might want to go to our darker, this is Cocoa, and I don't remember this one, but this is the highlight and the contour for darker skin tone. And I will get that look.
So I have on, I don't know what Becky has on, but I just got to plug these. I have on our new pink color quads for summer. And I have on the cools today. I got to say, I love them. So I have on my eyes, and I have a tiny bit of CC cream on. That's all I have. So Beck, how are you? You've got foundation on, right?
Yes, I have our matte wear foundation, and then I'm wearing our liquid eyeshadows in light beam and rose gold, and then I have espresso. It's my everyday look. And yeah, so that's all I have on, and my brows are done.
Do you have on powder?
I don't have powder on. Nope. Just my matte foundation.
I would recommend, since you're working with powders, putting a little bit of translucent powder on before you apply your contour and highlight. And then, so I would do a little bit of translucent powder, tiny bit amount, so those products go on a little smoother. And then if you want to, you could use a little bit of mineral if you want to soften it at all. Okay. And since I don't have on powder, so I don't want to put on powder because I want my cream concealers to go on my face very smoothly and evenly. So let's start with, I'm going to start with how I would brighten my face. Okay. And I showed you this already, but I get, women get dark under eyes. If I don't have proper lighting, I get really dark in here. All right. So I want to lighten those areas up. And I'm going to do both sides, but I'm going to start with just one side so I can show you a difference. But I think this is my left side for you guys, right? All right. And then what I would do too is I would put a little bit down the center of my nose. Okay, but let me show you something else. Actually, you guys, I'm going to do both. Sorry. Okay, I got to get this right. It's hard to do.
Very cute.
Yeah, doesn't it?
It's very fun.
It's so hard to do backwards, let me tell you.
Yeah, no kidding.
So then I'm going to take my, what did I do? Light bronze. And where I put light bronze is I'm going to put it, and I'm going to grab my mirror because I can see better. I'm going to put, if you notice, Becky has a perfectly shaped nose. Let's just put that out there. I don't. I have kind of a pug nose. So I want to smooth out, or not smooth out. I want to trim just a little bit off the sides, and I want to trim a little bit off here. I'm going to grab my mirror, and I'll show you how I do that. And then I'll put on my foundation, and we'll blend it all together.
Looks very nice. I like it. We should be taking screenshots right now of your face.
Oh, yeah.
It looks very fancy.
So also what I can do is, and I'm just showing you, so I just applied contour, which is going to give me a dark shadow under here. And I applied contour that's going to give me a dark shadow on either side of my nose. Another thing I could do is, and I do like to do this, is carve out a little bit of a cheekbone. Okay,
yeah.
We're going to
make such a difference.
It does. It looks ridiculous right now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my foundation, and I'm going to take a really great brush, our Mary Kay foundation brush, which if you don't have a good foundation brush, we have 3 to choose from. Well, one is a sponge, a blending sponge. You can use that. But that's going to give you the lightest coverage, and I want a little more coverage than that. So I'm just going to put my foundation on the back of my hand, and I'm going to start blending this all together. Okay. See how I do that? Yeah. Okay. I got to fix my hair, you guys. Otherwise,
this is not going to work.
Yeah. Well, I have another appointment. I don't want to go to that with foundation in my hair. You know? So, okay, here we go. Okay, we're just going to blend it all together.
So simple. So Leah's on and Emily's on. So glad to have you guys on this afternoon. And Jan is on.
So I want to ask you guys, those of you who are on, do you typically highlight or contour or both at all?
Yeah, great question.
Is this something you normally do?
Looking good.
Yeah, you can see it's amazing how it all kind of comes together.
So Sue says yes, she does both. And Jan says no. This is good. So now, Jan, you get to go and practice with this later. And someone else says, Leah says no. And no, I want to learn. This is helpful. Okay, I don't know who that is. We're excited that you all are going to try this later.
So that's really it.
So good. So you just really blended it all together.
Yeah, and what I'm going to do next is, and Becky, just to tell you, so when I put on my powder, I'm going to use a light mineral powder and a dark, just a little bit, and I'm going to put the light mineral powder under here. I'm going to put the light kind of around my mouth area and chin, and I'm going to put the dark kind of everywhere else. I will put light up here too. Another thing I can do is, and I can show you this in a little bit, like at the very last, but I'm going to take a little bit of candlelight eyeshadow and I'm going to put that down the center of my nose to highlight it.
Cool. Hold on. We've got people trying to find us.
But you guys, if you think about it, that didn't take very long. You know,
no, that was so good.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot to do it. I encourage you to try stuff. The great thing about makeup is you can wash it off.
Yes.
Not something that's permanent, so you can have fun with it. So I just applied all my light powder. Now I'm going to apply my dark powder. And this is Ivory 1 powder. And now I'm going to, actually, that might be, nope, it's Ivory 0.5. And now I'm going to apply Ivory 2.
Nice. So Ivory 0.5 you did in the places that you wanted to have more highlighted, right?
Right. And then my Ivory 2, just kind of everywhere else. Just a little bit, not a lot.
Yes. Okay. It looks really good, doesn't it, you guys? And so simple. Like that only took, and we were talking through it, like 6 or 7 minutes maybe, and it won't take that long once you do it a few times, right?
Right. A fun thing to do is take and just put a little bit of highlight on the tip of your nose like that. I love that. I don't know if you can see it or not, but
it looks good. Looks good. I like it. Okay. So Sue is saying contour under your chin. Where exactly do you apply and how far?
That's a really good question. So what I would say is, see, I want to have a shadow here because I don't want to walk around like a double chin, which is what's happening. Everything's morphing together. So anyway, I would say, Sue, just start with a tiny amount, but right about under here. And it's just really light and make sure you blend it good. Don't over blend it, but make sure that you do blend it so that there's not a hard line. But it just gives you a little bit of shadow and a little bit here, that turkey neck thing. And a lot of women, as we age, a lot of women want to know how to fix that, you guys.
Mm-hmm. And that's a great way to do it cosmetically.
Right.
I mean, if you ever look at women, if you look at actresses when they have no makeup versus actresses with their makeup on, like you don't even recognize them. That's how much makeup can shape your face. So
yeah,
if you want to do a lot more, if you want to be more dramatic, would they just do more?
More contour and highlight if they wanted to be more dramatic. honestly, like what they do is like I've watched a lot of the Kardashian videos, like how their makeup artists, they bring their contour all the way down and all the way up here. I mean, they really heavily contour that under eye area. I don't know. To me, the more layers, again, as we get older, the more layer upon layer that you put on your skin, it's more chance for creasing. And so I tried that look and I just felt like I had a lot of creasing with the product underneath my eyes. It's just too much product. By the time I did moisturizer, foundation, highlight or contour, foundation primer. So for me, it didn't work. But if you're younger, you might be able to get away with it.
Yeah, and I think when you're on camera, people aren't seeing you up close and personal. You probably can get away with a lot more contour and highlight, and because people aren't seeing how much makeup is there. But when you're in person, you do really need to be a lot more conscientious blending. I've seen gals out that have clearly wanted to contour, and it's like, that was not a good look. Right. In person. It might look fantastic on camera.
Right. Or in the evening by candlelight.
By candlelight. There you go. Yes. When people can't really see what's going on. Right. We're getting some good laughing responses here.
but I made those mistakes, you guys. In all honesty, I mean, I just have. So.
And, I know when I help with bridal makeup, a lot of gals want to have more highlighting, contouring on the day of your wedding. You still have to just be really careful. Because
right.
The last thing is you want your pictures on your wedding to look like, oh dear, what did you just do?
Right. And not be like looking like a different person. You still want to,
look like yourself. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So I'm even more simple. So I do have a thin nose. So I am not going to contour my nose anymore. Otherwise I'll look like this. And that is not.
You don't need to contour your nose.
So I'm not highlighting and I'm not contouring, but I could if I needed to, right? I just don't need to. So I'm using the powder and I'm using the cheek brush here. Nice. And I just use the edge of it, and I'm going to take a little bit of the latte right here, and I just go in my cheek right here. Can you guys see that? Okay. And that's how I do every single day, just super simple. And it does just give me a nice definition to my cheekbone. So
that looks good already, Becky.
Yeah, it makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, in real person, if I left the house like this, someone would ask me, what's up?
Yes.
But we're not going to worry. So I usually right away go in with a blending brush or my liquid foundation brush, and I just blend right away. And I just make sure it's not looking like a line. So there, you can see the contour. But if I go out in public, it doesn't look like I contoured. You know what I mean? Right. Then I'm just going to go in with one of my cheek colors. And today we'll do wineberry. That's this one right here. And I frequently mix 2 or 3 colors of cheek color. I love what?
You really do?
I do. I mix, we used to have a cheek color. We've had several cheek colors in the past that were multiple colors. Yeah. And so I just take those colors. And so I actually take desert rose, wineberry, and then I add juicy peach. It's really pretty.
It always looks good. Look at her cheeks, you guys. They're just glowing. It just makes such a difference. That looks so good.
Now I'm just going to go back in with my liquid brush, and I'm just going to blend my cheek color. And then I go back in with my brush again, my cheek brush, and I'm going to go with the glazed. And I like to put just a little bit of the glazed just at the top of my cheekbone. And I could highlight the center of my nose if I wanted to. But can you tell that it's highlighting? Mm-hmm. And really, that's the extent of my contour and highlight.
Wow.
So simple.
That's good.
So You know what? If you want something super simple, that's super simple. If you want to do more, like what Tracy did, have at it, my friends. I don't have time for that.
I do it every day.
Yeah.
But it really didn't take that much time. You just kind of put it on and blend it all together with your foundation. Again, not to overblend.
Yes. Okay. I have people talking to us here. My theater prof said everyone looks good in the dark.
Yeah.
Is that not the truth?
That's why bars, think about seedy bars are dark, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody
The next morning you're going, oh dear.
I do. Yeah. Right.
So what did you learn? And what are you going to put into practice? So you can get the little, actually, I think they're very similar in price. These are 14, oops, they are magnetic. You want to put them in a case.
Yep.
We have these fantastic compacts that are magnetic. And mine have the pinks in them right now, but you can pull them out and you can customize this. That's the beautiful thing. You could put pressed powder, you can put eyeshadows, you can put contour highlight. And then how much are your concealers?
How much are they?
I think they're 16, right?
16? That's what I was thinking.
I forgot to tell you, I do under eye corrector. So that is usually my last step.
Got to do that.
Yes. And you'll see a difference. Dark circles happen. And I love see the difference, like so good. Okay. What else do you have to say today, Tracy? Anything?
So the only thing I would mention is if you're somebody like Becky is brightening her eye area, but if you're somebody who has visibly dark eye circles, we can help you with that. You're not going to want to use a brightener. You're going to want to use a color corrector, a concealer with a color corrector. And we do have that, so we can help you with that. But that's a different thing, but it is available and it's highly effective.
Yes. And, I think we have to remind people, we can take care of you whether you're the lightest of light skin or the darkest of dark bronze skin. We have makeup for everyone. So don't hesitate to ask your consultant. And if they need some, suggestions, we can come along too. Let's see here. What else? Okay. Thank you. You guys are so sweet.
What are they saying?
That we look beautiful. What a nice makeover. How to blend properly is super helpful. That's awesome. And yes, I need to know how to get rid of my dark circles. Okay, who was that? It must be coming from a different feed. I've got 2 feeds going on today, so I don't know who's saying some of this, but we will check the comments in both groups when we're done. We'll get your consultant connected to you if it's not Tracy or myself. Thanks for the tips. Love your hair, Tracy. Okay. Love your hair.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
See you later.